As soon as one of these presidents is elected, he's immediately visited by an economic hitman. Someone who looks a lot like me walks into their office and he says, "Look, Mr. President, I'm here to congratulate you on being president." And he says, "In this pocket, I've got a couple of $100 million for you and your family if you play the game our way. And in this pocket, I've got a gun to shoot you with if you decide to fulfill your campaign promises. The decision is yours, but I want to remind you, remember Salvador Allende, remember Arbenz, remember Patrice Lumumba, remember, there's a whole list of them. And these presidents all know, they know what happened to those people. Anyone that went up against the corporatocracy either died or got taken out of office. So what would you do in a situation like that? You know, I think we all have to ask ourselves, what would I do if I was in that situation? It's very, very difficult.
Definitivamente, si uno ve los últimos meses de su mandato, básicamente desde enero, fundamentalmente, encuentra muchos hitos de presión, ¿no? Constantemente parece que recibía amenazas, recibía papeles que simplemente leía, rompía y tiraba, ¿no? Y aparentemente eran muchas amenazas contra ellos. Mi mamá estaba preocupada.
Seguiremos defendiendo, como hemos defendido, la no intervención y la libre determinación de los pueblos. Y saludamos con beneplácito los avances democráticos que hacen los pueblos del mundo. Procuramos una América Latina más unida, más fuerte y más solidaria.
When the economic hitmen fail, the next step is what we call the jackals. Jackals are CIA-sanctioned people that come in and try to foment a coup or revolution. If that doesn't work, they perform assassinations or try to.
I appreciate the world leaders taking my phone calls as I explain to them why I think Paul will be a strong president of the World Bank. I've said he was a man of good experiences. He helped manage a large organization. World Bank's a large organization. The Pentagon's a large organization. He's been involved in the management of that organization. He's a skilled diplomat. And Paul is committed to development. He's a compassionate, decent man who will do a fine job in the World Bank.
I believe deeply and passionately in the mission of the World Bank. The opportunity of working to lift 1 billion people who earn less than $1 a day out of poverty and billions of others who live in circumstances of poverty, to give them a fair chance in life is an exciting responsibility and a real challenge.
We'd like a few words with our winner tonight. So, Wolfowitz, do you feel you deserve this victory? Nay.
There was $18 billion in money spent from the Development Fund of Iraq under the control of the Coalition Provisional Authority in the first 18 months of the occupation. Half of that, $9 billion, is unaccounted for. Nobody knows where it is. Nobody knows what happened to it.
Nobody can tell you exactly how much money went into the reconstruction using Iraqi money. That's a black hole.
It sounds like the same old scenario. And empires have always been built that way. It's just that this one has been done a little bit more secretly up until now. What's interesting, I think, about Iraq in a way is that things are really coming out in the open.
Do you, Pentagon, promise to make war without end on countries that defy the civilized world by refusing to integrate with the global market economy?
I do.
Do you, World Bank, promise to continue forever and ever with policies such as water privatization, free trade, and labor deregulation?
I do, most definitely.
With the power vested in me by the President of the United States and by the U.S. Treasury and Defense Departments, I now pronounce Pentagon and World Bank husband and wife. May the invisible hand of the free market bless their union. You may invade, dictate, and impoverish now.
You know, 100 years ago, there would be debt repayment crises in places like Venezuela and so on. And the US and Germany and France would send in gunboats to collect the debt. So this is, in a way, it's a very old story. Now it's the IMF and the World Bank. We don't need the gunboats or the troops. You send in the IMF and the World Bank to collect the debt.
Mr. Wolfowitz, welcome to Guatemala.
Very nice to
It's
meet you.
an honor to meet you.
My honor.
I mean, there's no mafia on earth that has leverage like that.
Los recursos del Ecuador se usan en beneficio de los ecuatorianos, no para la explotación de corporaciones multinacionales que benefician solamente a otras personas en otros países.
Dispuesto a declarar en una corte internacional de que esos pronósticos eran falsos para que nosotros podamos decir que esa deuda es mala.
Ellos saben que nos han estado robando, que hemos pagado cuántas veces la deuda externa y muchos insisten todavía en negociarla, en pagarla. Cuando uno también sabe perfectamente que no debemos pagar, dicen, no podemos pagar una deuda que ya está 10 veces pagada.
Sin embargo, el país tiene una deuda grande, muy grande, tan grande que no puede pagarlo. Esto es una parte del plan. Esto es lo que pasó en Irak.
Dice, pero es que es elemental, ¿cómo entendemos? No se necesita tanta filosofía, tantas ideologías para entender de que todos los recursos que están en el territorio ecuatoriano tienen que ser para los 13 millones de ecuatorianos. Yo no entiendo otra cosa, yo no entiendo. Y que no tiene, dice el señor Parkin, que no tiene que ser para las transnacionales, que ellos viven allá corrompiéndose. Por lo tanto, en esta asamblea que viene compatriotas, a diferencia de la del 98, en la que se privatizó todo, todos los recursos naturales, la minería, el petróleo, el pueblo, le dejaremos solo y le tocará rendir cuentas a la historia.